Hey everyone, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More, and we're back at the complex. This is a 7-unit property I bought a while back, 4 or 5 months ago. And we had a crazy tire issue where a lot of tires were dropped off. And so we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that unit right there as well. Have some exciting news about that. But I actually thought I'd come here and have really good news and think some progress had been made. However, I got here and the complete opposite was the case, so we will talk about that. And it's kind of windy in Colorado right now and a little cool, so I'm going to go inside here. So, of course, check out investformore.com for much more information on our flips, rentals, being agent, all that great stuff. We have a free book on there too that kind of goes over how we got started in real estate. But this is a property we bought for $550,000. 7-unit property, has 5 units in kind of the apartment complex that I was showing you earlier. This house is part of it, and that house over there is part of it. And that house has not paid rent for 4 or 5 months now. Pretty much since we bought it, they've never paid us rent. They claim they paid rent to the other owner, but who knows for sure if that really happened. So we've been working on doing an eviction for that unit, fixing up. There's 3 other vacant units. We've been working on fixing those up, fixing this house up. You can see all our windows here. And we've been struggling getting that tenant to pay rent, obviously. They won't talk to us, won't communicate. It's been very hard to do an eviction because of the eviction moratorium, all the rules and laws we have to go through there. So we finally got to the point where we got the writ issued, eviction is moving forward. We posted all the documents on the door. And then a week and a half ago, they dropped off like 300 tires at the property. So it turns out I didn't know why the tires were here. A contractor called us and said someone dropped off a bunch of tires. Called the police, talked to the police. They said a tire store got evicted. And apparently they either owned the tire store or worked there, but they decided this was a good spot to drop off a lot of those tires. So the police confirmed it was their tires. They still, I think while I was gone, those tenants came in to say, well, now we can't get rental property assistance. They're trying to get rental assistance from the government to pay for the back rent because we got evicted from the tire shop. And if you have an eviction, you can't get assistance or something like that. So we're like, great. It turns out that unit right there knows them in some manner or form because this is a separate unit, but they came in at the same time as the other little house over there. And they came to pay rent, this unit. The other one came to say, oh, we still can't pay rent. We don't know what to do. Please help us. So they didn't mention anything about the tires while I was gone. Said nothing about dropping off 300 tires. So I came back here. A contractor said, hey, Mark, it looks like some of the tires are gone. The trailer's gone. Looks like they're making progress getting rid of them. So I came over here thinking, hey, that's amazing. Let's go see what it looks like. There's more tires. Way more tires. And maybe I'll splice in the video from before, but go. Those aren't supposed to be there. I don't know how many tires there are, probably more than 200, and I think most of them are new. Just showed up in the backyard before I could actually walk through here, and these piles right here weren't here. So it looks like they didn't get rid of any tires. They dropped more tires off. So that's pretty cool. Not sure exactly how we're going to fix that problem or get rid of them. But there is a shimmer of hope, some good news that comes from that, which again may cause us some more problems or issues. I don't know how to exactly handle this because I haven't had this situation before. But if you can look, I don't know if you can see from here. Oh, maybe not. They put tires in front of their house too. There weren't tires there before. Now there's tires in front of their house as well. So that leads us to think, what in the world are we going to do with them and all their tires? What can we do legally? How is all that going to work? So maybe I'll walk over there real quick and then show you the other unit we are rehabbing as well. And we can discuss some more things going on with that property. So yeah, as you can see, not only did they not get rid of some of the tires, there are more and more and more tires, including right in front of their yard, from their tire shop. And I might drive over by the tire shop, I think it was as well, to see what it looks like there. We did a real quick short talking about this before I left as well. And I think I found that tire shop because they had hundreds and hundreds of tires laying in their driveway or in the parking lot. But I don't know, maybe that's a common thing for tire shops to have. Who knows? I guess, see, when I'm being a good videographer, I will have unlocked this door before coming over here to save time. But this is what this unit looks like now. Oh, I didn't even turn my lights on either. I don't think we had lights last time. So this is one shimmer of good from this property, is that this unit is almost done, just a few more things to do. But the other good and interesting thing, I mean, kind of good, is kind of, I feel bad saying good. We have our eviction scheduled for that little unit. So we have it scheduled for next week. Oh, look, there's some of the people pulling up for that unit. Scheduled for next week, so a week from tomorrow, I believe, is the eviction. We talked to our attorney, like, hey, how do we handle that with all the tires and everything? They're like, yeah, you should probably remove all those during the eviction too. I'm like, how in the world are we gonna get rid of like 500 tires now? And where are we gonna put them, right? In an eviction, you usually put all the stuff out on the street. Maybe because this is an apartment complex, you know, we can put a dumpster here and put their stuff in the dumpster. They have 24 hours to get it. Then take the dumpster away because this isn't like their, property. But then the tires are on a different property. They're not even on the same unit. They're over here mostly. And if we just move the tires from there to here, that doesn't do much good. I don't think the city wants us putting 500 tires in the middle of the street. So we've got all kinds of questions now on how exactly we're going to handle this eviction. So we still are waiting on the plumber to finish that up. A few other things in here, but it's so close, really close to being done. And some of the other tenants from the other units had actually asked, hey, can we move out of our unit and move into the nice unit? And, at first that seems like a great idea, but then they all seem to know each other. And obviously we've got some issues here with the tires and evictions. And, it's not just like they're having problems paying rent in our own rough times. They wouldn't talk to us. They wouldn't do anything until absolutely the last opportunity they could. And then they dumped all their tires here without talking to us about any of it, telling us what's going on. So it's been very, very frustrating to say the least. So the good, I guess this unit's almost done, but then it's like, do I even want to rent this unit before, we get kind of everything else cleaned up and done, or even the outside painted because we're waiting to paint the outside until all the windows are in. You can't really put all the windows in with other tenants in all the properties, although we did do it with the one unit. It might be tough with some of the other ones. And yeah, it's a very tricky situation now. And that's why we got such a good deal on this property, because buying it for $550, if it was fully rented, we could get $6,000 to $7,000 a month in rent, which makes it well over $1 million property. So there's a reason why it was so cheap. And I understood that buying it. I just didn't know that somebody's going to dump 500 tires on the property. That wasn't part of what I signed up for. Oh, look, you can see some of them there as well. So for right now, I guess our plan is to figure out, hey, what can we do with these tires if we do the eviction, if we get rid of them and get them out of the property, right? Can we sell these tires? Can we call another tire shop and say, hey, do you want these 500 tires? Are we allowed to do that? Can we not do that because they're too valuable? And with eviction rules and laws, right, if anything is over like $300 garage sale value, you're not supposed to be able to take it or sell it. You have to go through like a different kind of personal property eviction. All kinds of things that we have to think about on this one. And you can see that both of their cars have very nice rims and tires. But yeah, we confirmed it was them, obviously, who dumped all the tires here. And I have never been in that little unit either, so it would be very interesting to see what it looks like on the inside, because it's tiny, but they seem to have a few people living there, so that'll be fun to see. So I guess our new plan: do the eviction, let them know we're gonna figure out, you know, what we can do legally with the tires, how that all works. Keep working on, I think we might start working on the house next. That we can kind of rent separately. I mean, sort of, kind of in a standstill with all this drama going on. And then after the eviction is done, hopefully we can get more things cleared up and in a more precise plan to go forward with. All right. So that's my update on the complex, not to be confused with the compound. The compound was a 3-house, 1 commercial property parcel I bought last year. We fixed it up, rented. And that one, actually, we have a couple units who will be coming vacant here pretty soon. So we might do an update on that one too and see what the units look like a year later after they've been rented, see how well they've been taken care of, go from there. And we're having some city issues there as well, because they still say the commercial shop there is running a business illegally, and we're trying to fix that up. But that's been a little bit frustrating, but we're working on that too. So we'll have more updates on that as well as our 9, 10 other flips we have going, other rental properties we have, lots of advice videos. So we have a lot of content coming up. We love the likes, love the comments, love seeing new subscribers. So hopefully if you're a new subscriber, you stick around and like what we're doing. And like I said, investformore.com has a ton of free information, free articles, free book, lots of great stuff on there as well if you really want to learn how to do this awesomely fun real estate thing. All right, take care. We'll be back.